so proudly we hail, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land under the free, and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to remain the name of the brave. We are the U.S. of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave, the U.S. of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free, in the home of the
What's going on, guys? It's Thursday night, it's repeat, and it's Cup Series night. That's right, the NNR Cup boys going to take it to Road America tonight in their final road course of the 2020 NNR Cup. We saw the trucks get it done, we saw the Xfinity cars get it done, and tonight it's all about these Cup guys. Going to be a great race. We got between, I think it's like 12 to 15 cars on track tonight. Chrome Capone, good to see you out there. Unfortunately, my counterpart, Mr. HD Motorsports, will not be joining me tonight. He had to work with some of his iRacing buddies to get something there on track. But man, these guys are phenomenal. I mean, one of the guys you're definitely going to have to look out for tonight is the one and only Aviator. For anybody that caught the stream on Monday night, I had his name down as NNR Aviator. He's pretty quick to correct me on that. He is not NNR Aviator, although I think he should be. Aviator has been very, very strong at all the road courses this year, whether it was the Charlotte Roval, Mid-Ohio, Watkins Glen, wherever. Aviator's been extremely strong, so I have to kind of keep an eye on him. Plus, as you see, the points continue to scroll across the bottom of your screen. He's actually running second to the one and only CGMX Rose. And for any of y'all that caught the Pro League race, just before this. He didn't have the best night. Dohar had a pretty strong car. He fell back as well. And unfortunately, Jose 720, he fell out as also. But that's not indicative on the season that they've had. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Glad y'all are joining me. The guys are already done qualifying. They're getting back into the lobby right now for those last minute instructions from either the one and only Stout Whiskey or also NNR Coey, the overall leader of NNR. So we'll have to see how these guys get to it. Good to see y'all. Because HD's not with me tonight, figure I'd get the cam back up. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Again, one big shout out to Madison Rising for allowing NNR to use their version of the national anthem at the start of every single one of these NNR series races. You see them on Sunday, Tuesday, and of course Thursday night. Can I get a quick audio check, either from Chrome or Miss Murder Mittens, saying she's here to support Rowdy? Do I sound okay, or do you hear like a double audio, or is it normal? But yeah, one very big shout out to Madison Rising. We definitely appreciate you. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that. Please go ahead and look them up on Spotify or YouTube. They both, Madison Rising, as well as Dave Bray USA, the lead singer that's recently gone off on his own. He's got a great playlist as well. I was listening to it earlier. So yeah, look them up. Again, Dave Bray USA and Madison Rising. Let's see. Murder Mitten saying a little bit of echo, but it's okay. Papa Bear, good to see you. Said he sounds pretty good. All right, yeah, but the last road course 2020. It's the first race in the last round of the eliminator round. So we've got these 4 races. We got tonight at Q Dog. What's happening? We got tonight at Road America. Next week we got Michigan. Then we got Homestead. Then we go to the last short track of the season at Martinsville, and then it's all on to Atlanta Motor Speed, where we saw the Pro League race tonight. Q Dog out there saying J-Pa Army in the house. Man, J-Pa, I'm glad you're here. It's gonna be a great race. I did get a quick chat with J-Pa before the race started. But they were all in a party, and I thought I was talking to him, but yep, it turned out that he was actually he couldn't hear me for whatever reason. So what do y'all think about what you've seen from Heat 5 so far compared to Heat 4? I got to tell you, I am excited for the new broadcast tools that we're going to have when in spectator mode. We're going to have the lap count. We're going to have the position counter showing who's in what position and where, the time between, I think. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So there shouldn't be any more guessing as to where guys are. So yeah, very excited for that. I've already gone on and pre-ordered my edition. It's gonna be a damn good time. NNR is going to have some changes for next year. Not everything has been released as of yet, but I think we're going from 3 series down to 2. It's just a lot of work for Coey to tabulate the points every single week for 3 series, plus keep up with all the information. Even though Stout is a very big help, pretty sure next season it's just going to be the 2. Just going to be the 2 series, just the Cup and Xfinity. Also, there have been talk of the guys running setups at the super speedways. So we'll have to see if that comes to fruition. That would add an extra bonus in. We definitely saw how you can get that middle and higher lane around um, of middle and higher lane around Daytona and Talladega when you've got help from the back. Um, Not this week, Q Dog. We're not going to be doing there no money races tonight. We'll have that back again next Thursday with when we head to Michigan. Um, but man, tonight it's all about the start of the top 8. You got again. It's tonight's Road America. Next week is Michigan. Then it's Homestead, and then Martinsville, and then we're capping the season off at Atlanta. So I'm hoping when our series gets to Atlanta that it's not all bottom line like what we saw on during the pro league race. I'd like to hope that because it's going to be preset, that the guys are really going to get out there, get after it, get racing, get that middle line, get that top line. We all know that you can keep up a whole lot of momentum around the top side of Atlanta Motor Speedway, very much like Vegas or very much like a Chicagoland, where you can keep a whole lot of momentum going off around the corner and really dog it down the straightaway. But as you just saw, I got an invite from the one and only Coey to get into the race. Looks like Boehner's stream is down to 0, so we're going to go ahead and take that. Take J-Paw's invite here. And yeah, Road America, all 11 turns, 50 laps. Not quite sure how many laps they get on a tank of gas, but man, it's gonna be a good time. I also just see where Aviator's also streaming, so I'll be able to flip back and forth between Boehner and the stream of the 48 of the Aviator. Again, Aviator's definitely gonna be. Let me see. Chrome, I don't know you, bud. But Matt, maybe one of these weeks. Absolutely. If you want to add into it, I think when we come back at Michigan next week, it's gonna be like for $65 or $70. So next week you could buy Heat 5, and yeah, it's that'd be a hell of a money race. I'd like to see us not only get to get that out there, but also, man, we still got a car I want to give away. So here we are. It looks like it's going to be the one and only CGMX Rose that's going to take us to the green here, running that Capital 142. More Smoke gave up that car once CGMX Rose made it into the Pro League. So, yeah, Rose has picked up that number, and I've got to say he's made More Smoke pretty proud in the way that he's ran that number. On the outside or the inside, however you want to say it, here at Road America, got the 48 of the Aviator. Again, he's got to be a favorite. You got the 36 of Boehner. Boehner came very, very close to winning it in the Xfinity Series the other night, but Asbel was able to stretch it out on him. Then we got the 18 of Rowdy. Rowdy will have to kind of keep an eye on him and see how he does. He said in a tweet he didn't think he had a winning car, but he should definitely have a top 5 car. Oh yeah, let's get that going, Rock. You're right. Let's see. Oh, I unplugged it. Stand by. You're right, Rock. You're right. But yeah, let's keep on going through. Then we got the 00 of Augustus, the 35 of Dan the Lawn Man. He showed up really strong at Mid-Ohio. Then we got the 3-car JCX 12 rocking an old Junior National Guard paint scheme. The 24 of Coey, he's been very, very strong at the road courses as well, so have to kind of keep an eye on him. There we go. There we go, Rock. Then we got the 9-car of More Smoke. The 2-car, the one and only Stout Whiskey. 22 of J-Paw for you J-Paw Army guys out there. 88 of Dohart, fresh off the Pro League race from Atlanta Motor Speedway. And then the 95 of Jose 720. And ladies and gents, we are back up top with this very, very elongated carousel. And we're going to come up down this pretty fast straightaway. Still only, we went through the field right there, and they only covered half the track. So that's how long this place is. It takes well over 2 minutes to complete a lap. Again, it's 50 laps tonight. Quite sure how far they go on a tank of fuel. But welcome everybody. Glad y'all are here. Q-Dog saying Stout is his pick to win the championship. So not just get from the final 8 to the final 4, but he's saying that Stout is going to get it all said and done when we get to Atlanta Motor Speedway. And y'all see Rock NASCAR out there in chat. In case y'all didn't know, Rock NASCAR, with a few of the series that have run, a few of the bigger series that he keeps tabs on, he has offered a 1-year Xbox Live membership for the champion. And Rock, we absolutely thank you. We appreciate you. You do a hell of a job in the community. You've got the respect of a lot of your peers and a lot of your drivers. But yeah, ladies and gents, here we are. Last time they just came off that last corner, going up this very short hill. Going to take it to the start stripe. 42 of CGMX Road is going to take them green. Here we go. 48 of the Aviator 2 outside, both trying to get through the gears as quick as they can. We all know the shifter works wonders. Let's kind of keep an eye on them as they come on through. Looks like the 48 might have cooked it just a little bit. Here comes the 42 underneath to try to take the point, but that's just the first turn. If they keep on going like that, it's going to be an amazing race. We definitely saw a lot of back and forth racing. We saw a lot of lead changes, as well as a lot of people cooking these corners. A lot of people trying to outbrake each other, just like you see the 36 of Boehner try to do right there. Really tried to get underneath the 48 of the Aviator. The Aviator was down far enough. A little bit of grass there. 18 of Rowdy now to the inside. It's going to force the 36 into the grass. Rowdy wants to get to the front in the worst way. Again, side by side between the 36 and the 00 of Augustus. Augustus, I keep teasing Boehner about a video that he sent me a while back, because for any of you old heads out there, originally the 00 was the Buckshot Roberts. An old driver from many moons ago. We're talking like late 80s, early 90s, and yeah, he did pretty well in that 00. And he sent me a video with him wearing a hat with the 00 and just kind of saying thank you. So yeah, whole lot of fun. Let's kind of get back to the action here. Right now, it looks like the 48 was able to get back by the 42. So 48, 42, 1, 2, 18 is in third. 46, 36 now in P4. Let's keep on going. But yeah, Rock NASCAR, thank you very much. I'm sure whoever the champion winds up being after this round, when we make it to Atlanta Motor Speedway, will absolutely appreciate it. This is going to go ahead and complete, I believe, our first lap, and yeah, that's going to be all between the 48 and the 42. The two guys that you absolutely have to keep your eye on. Unfortunately, the one and only HD Motorsports is not with me tonight. He had some stuff to do with his iRacing crew, so he had to kind of skip out. But he will be back next week at Michigan when these guys try to get it done. As you see, a little bit of a battle here between the 9 and the 2 of Stout Whiskey. The 9 being the one and only More Smoke. More got it done last week, trying to really get those brakes set. Looks like he's going to be able to get around the 2 of Stout Whiskey and actually move on. I'm guessing that grass, when it kind of grabbed Stout, it pulled him back just a little bit. You got to go fast. You got to keep the mud off the tires, right? But let's keep on going. Here's back to the 22 of J-Pa and the 95 of Jose 720 right behind him. J-Pa's rocking those shell colors tonight. Looks pretty good. I like that paint scheme. Again, 88 of Dohar. Back up top, here's battle for your lead. 48 of the Aviator, 42 of CGMX Rose. Rowdy, just where he predicted, said he'd be in the top 5, hopefully all night long. Looks like a little bit of looseness under braking for that 42. So we'll have to see if that looseness is an issue that continues. Maybe just too high of a preset, not quite sure. Or maybe he's just kind of wiggling it down. If he applies the brakes and turns in at the same time, that might have been what got him a little loose. But so far, this is the completion of lap 2, starting lap 3 right here, and still the Aviator at the point, sailing it down into turn 1, trying to keep the 42 at bay. Rowdy's really no challenge right now, just kind of being up in front where he needs to be. Right now, the 42 of Rose, he's got the overall points lead. Aviator is second, and I believe Rowdy is in third as the points continue to scroll across the bottom. No, it's actually Rose, Aviator, More Smoke, Boehner, and then Rowdy. So yeah, that's that. On board with the 18. Keeping an eye on the 42 and the 48 up front. Those guys have been pretty much nose to tail since the beginning. They did a little bit of swapping at the initial in the initial corner, but after that, it's been it's been all the 48. On board again with the 35, Dan the lawman. Dan was able to get it all the way to P3 at Mid-Ohio. Really threw off the standings just a little bit, but man, he got it done. Up in the booth talking to me in HD, and we'll have to see if he's able to pull that same kind of match again tonight. Definitely wish Dan a whole lot of luck. 24 Okoye, another one. He had a great race at the Roval. I believe he came in second or third. And then again at the Glen, he came in P2 with a drag race off the final turn with the 48 of the Aviator. And man, Okoye's been phenomenal here at the road courses this year. That's putting a little bit of pressure on the 3 of JCX12. JC had an amazing race last week, but unfortunately wasn't able to get it done. He did end up in the booth with me and HD, but after a very, very strong race, fell back just a little bit. Silent Killer, good to see you, sir. Glad you're back. Let's see. What's going on with the? Sounds like I'm talking through a fan. Hold on, let me take a look here and see if any other. Okay, I see it. 1 second. All right, that should take care of that. The audio was coming through both my my camera and my mic, but that should fix it. Thanks, Silent. Appreciate you. Looks like 24 Okoye's going to be able to get on by that 3 car of JCX12. Going to cut under him, going into the corner. Now heading to the next right. Again, Okoye has been very, very strong at these road courses. Back to the 9 now of More Smoke. A little bit of hood damage. Able to keep right behind the 2 car of J-Pa. I'm actually going to switch over streams from Boehner over to the Aviator. See if I can get us a solid top 5, depending on which menu he's got up. Nope, unfortunately right now it doesn't show me a top 5, but I will tell you that he's only got about 2 laps left in the tank. So all these guys should be coming down here pretty soon. Hopefully I'll be able to get us a lap count here next time by, so we can see where we stand. Oh, 22 and J-Pa slightly off track. Looks like you got a little loose. That's going to allow the 95 of Jose 720 to close up pretty close, pretty tight rather. You see the 22 coming down pit road right now. So green flag pit stops have started. Here's the 88 of Dohart. Really nobody anywhere near him. Not quite sure if he's going to try a little bit on fuel or what. With such a long track, it's definitely pretty possible, I would imagine, to save some gas, but I don't know. Dohar is like synonymous with saving fuel. Not many are able to do it better than him. There's the 42 looking ahead to the 48. Again, Aviator up in front. He's had control of this race since the start. Really nobody else has been able to take it from, although the 42 has been close at times. Again, we've been all green since the drop of the flag, so you don't really expect anything less from these than that from these guys. Aviator really using those max rumble strips to the best that he could in order to make that time. Really want to be a little careful though. You don't want to head over too far and go off track and possibly get a course penalty. I'm not sure if this track will grab you kind of like the Glen will or Sonoma would, but either way, the 48 Aviator is doing a phenomenal job. Doesn't look like he's going to be coming in this time, although on his stream and his tank it says he's got one more lap of fuel left in the tank, so I'm going to guess Aviator will be pitting this time by. And as he comes, across or went across that start stripe, it looks like there is 5 laps remaining here in stage 1. Again, all 50 laps will complete this race, the final road course race of the 2020 season for all 3 series. We saw the trucks get it done, the Xfinity guys get it done, of which Asbel went on to win both of those races. Nobody was really close to him in the truck race in stage 3, although a couple guys kept up with him in stage 1 and stage 2, the 88 truck and the 5 truck respectively. And then in stage 3, he kind of walked away. In the Xfinity race, we saw Boehner and Asbel definitely have a very, very strong battle, but again, Asbel was able to get that one done as well. As we see some guys coming off pit road, looks like the 36 of Boehner right behind the 42, behind the 36. Looks like it's going to be none other than a 2-car Stout Whiskey. Where I could be wrong. Nope, it's just the white hood from this 18 of NNR Rowdy. Rowdy again sent out a tweet saying he's going to have a solid top 5 car. Just didn't quite think he'd have the car to get it done. We'll have to see how that works. Love these paint schemes between the 35 and the 00. Absolutely. Here's the 3 of JCX12 again with a little bit of a challenge here from the 2 of Stout Whiskey as they're going to go side by side down this pretty long part of the track, heading into the next left turn. Stout looks like he's going to be able to take that position off the corner. Stout going really wide to get a pretty good run in off the corner. JC right behind him. Again, great run by this 3-car. Last week, that paint scheme he had was amazing. He told me tonight I would definitely recognize the paint scheme he was running, and absolutely do. It's the Dale Jr. Blue National Guard paint scheme. I've actually got that die cast sitting right in front of me. Again, another little battle here between the 22 of J-Paw and the 24 of Coey. Looks like after a little bit of contact, J-Paw's going to be able to take that position. Coey's just going to mind his P's and Q's, get back, hit his line, get back in any kind of rhythm that you may possibly get as they go all the way around Road America. I'm going to guess when More Smoke went down pit road, he actually did fix this damage, but the game wasn't able to get it as far as how it shows on stream. again, for showing on stream, guys, in Heat 5, the commentating or whatnot, we will have the tools that we need. We'll have a running order. We'll have a time between. Absolutely looking forward to that. Again, we've got about 12 cars on track tonight. They had to back out for just a little bit. That's what took so long in getting this all started. Had to wait on the Ford Natty Dread to hopefully get everything reset on his side. Oh, 88 of Dohar is around, but because he's off track, and he's actually, that all happened, it looks like right here in front of the leader. I see the 48 and the 42 right behind him. I'm going to guess that Dohar is going to kind of give the room to the 48, let him go ahead and take whatever line he needs. The 42 thought about maybe making it a little bit more difficult for him, but he didn't. So first and second are going to go on. Dohar is going to allow the leaders to work their way around, kind of ride on here with the hood view from Dohar, kind of keep an eye on these guys. As you see, the top three really starting to skate away from the 88. Not quite sure how much practice the 88 got in. He had the Pro League race from Atlanta this week, and for when you're talking $2,000 to the winner for that, $1,000 for second place, $500 for third, and then I'm not quite sure of the increments after that. You definitely want to do your best. But right now, that 88 looks wicked loose. I would not want to be driving that machine right now. Back to the 95, a Jose 720. Looks like he's got the track pretty much all to himself. Nobody in front, nobody behind. Back to the 42, looking at the 48 with the 18 right behind. I'm sorry, the 36 right behind him. Then I'm going to guess the car that's a little bit further back is going to be the 18 of Rowdy. But your top three, top four have pretty much been consistent all night long. I'm actually going to go ahead and jump on board with that 48 as he heads down. It just came off that really fast segment of the track. We call it the front stretch. Now heading down this pretty long, pretty fast part of the middle of the track, heading into this very fast left turn. But these top three are nose to tail. If either one of them makes a mistake, it's going to cost them, especially if it's the 48. Let's actually jump on board here with the 36, kind of get on the hood view, and when they get to the start stripe, we'll actually take a lap all the way around this place with the one and only Boehner. See what kind of what his braking points are, where he's able to get back on the gas, see where he's see how he might be measuring up in his competition. Maybe try to get around him. Definitely looks like the top two are the class of the field. They haven't allowed Boehner to really get up to their back bumper just yet. Boehner really trying to outbrake this 42. He made a lot of strides in the Xfinity race in that same point, a very technical part of the track, and looks like he was able to carry that through right there as well. Still keeping an eye on first and second. All right, that was the last turn coming up to the start stripe. Side by side here as the 48 and the 42. 42 definitely got a great launch off that last corner, but I don't think he's going to have the entrance that he wants into the corner. 48 made a little bit of contact, but it's going to be all the 42 as he's going to be able to get off that corner first. All right, so we're going to take a quick lap around Road America with the 48 hood view as he's trying to get back the lead from the 42. He's got the 36 that he's got to defend. So yeah, go ahead and let's crank this one up for this three-car battle. All right, coming back to the start stripe. That was a lap, or mostly a lap, around old Road America here with the one and only Aviator. Again, thanks Aviator for not only streaming, but riding along with you, but also for letting me follow along with the stream. And this is actually the last lap here, stage one. So we're gonna ride along with the 42, as he's gonna try to hold off that 42. For this lap to grab max stage points. So CGMX Rose is leading the overall points heading into the championship race at Atlanta Motor Speedway in just four very short weeks. We got Michigan next week, Homestead, Miami, and then Martinsville as the final short track of the season. And then, it's going to be Hotlanta, Atlanta Motor Speedway, bringing it back old school style before the championship race headed on down to Homestead, Miami. But it seems like once the 42 of CGMX Rose was able to grab that lead from the 48, he's pretty much been able to set sail. He's been smooth, calculating, really hitting all of his marks, able to hustle that car all the way through all of these corners. Great job by the one and only CGMX Rose. This will be a nice little reprieve after the Pro League race not exactly going his way, even though he took the pole in that for tonight's Xbox side of the Pro League race. He just wasn't able to get it done. He did lead the first lap, but that last lap was really where it mattered, and just not able to get it done right there. As we're keeping an eye on this 42, he's coming up this very, very short hill, and that is pretty much going to be it. That's going to put out the yellow for these guys, and that's going to be the end of stage number one. So CGMX Rose seeing that green and white checkered flag. He's going to go ahead and grab max stage points. That's going to help him even more in his fight to make it to the, get to that championship board. Let's see here. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break here as soon as I see that counter come up. Gonna, if y'all want to know how to follow NNR, not only here but on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, here you go.
Hey NNR fans, don't miss any of the action by following or subscribing to Repeat's Twitch channel. Turn on notifications and you'll always know when the best preset league on Xbox hits the track. Check out his YouTube channel too to see all of NNR's past races. Follow No Name Racing as well as Repeat 1975 and others on Twitter, and you'll never miss any of the action.
All right, as always, anytime we take a quick commercial break between stages, you don't miss a thing. Looks like the 42 and the 36 are going to be on the front row, and ladies and gents, we are back to green. I'll have to see how the 42 is able to hold off this hard-charging 36. Looks like Boehner had a very, very fast car. He's actually got the preferred line going into turn 1. 48 and the 18 are going to be side by side going through there. 36, 42, 48. 19, and then it's going to be the 35, I believe, of Dan the Lawnman. Or no, it's going to be the 00 of Augustus. Dan's just a little bit further back, right behind the 9 car of More Smoke. And it looks like the 36 is going to try to check out. Now a little bit of a battle between the guys that led most of stage 1. 42 of Rose, 58 of Aviator. A little bit of looseness under braking, getting in there a little hot. 18's able to get that under control. 00 of Augustus. He's going to be able to follow right back in behind the 18 of Rowdy. 48 and 42 again off this corner, coming to a pretty long section of track here. Again, everybody wants to try to outbrake the next, but you can't just shoot into the corner without any kind of disregard. You got to have some kind of control, and it really looks like a few of these cars are having some control issues under braking. You see the rear end really wobbling quite a bit, so we'll have to see if that goes away, if it's just on new tires or if it gets worse a little bit later on. 42 a little off track, but no immediate threat to be passed by anybody. Again, if anybody out there, if this is your first time watching an NNR series race, this is their Cup Series live from Road America. I'm Repeat. Good to see you. And this is the last road course in the 2020 NNR chase. After here, we're going to go to Michigan, Homestead, and Martinsville, and then finally again we're going to cap off the season at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Looks like next time by, I'll go ahead and try to grab us a lap count, which should be here pretty soon. I'm back on stream with the 48 of the Aviator, and no, he's not NNR Aviator, he's the Aviator. Looks like we've got 9 laps to go here in stage 2. Again, up front here with the 36 of Boehner. Boehner, again, had a very, very strong car in the Xfinity Series race. And it seems like once he, wait a minute, what's going on here? Still seeing, sorry guys. Not sure why that didn't go away. Okay, well, I don't know. I don't know. There's, I guess, a little bit of a delay in the stream. Not quite sure what happened there, but yeah, this battle between the 36 and the 42 is absolutely heating up. They are in each other's tire tracks. 42 definitely has a very fast car. 36 has a great car in clean air from what we've seen so far. Anytime he's been behind, he's had some issues. Looks like when you got the 42 of CDMX Rose really up your bumper, you're really, I don't know, maybe he caught the 36 mirror driving. Not 100% sure, but man, great way to possibly make that 36 worry. Not 100% sure what happened right there. All right, let's we'll just bring it back to the front here, or mid-pack rather. As the 9 of More Smoke, looks like during the stage break, he was able to get that car down on pit road, and his crew did a pretty good job repairing that damage. In front of him, he's got the 88 of Dohart, and then the 2 of Stout Whiskey. Pretty quick cars up here. 22 of J-Pop for all those J-Pop Army fans out there. Q-Dog, Master Killer, Bills, you know, whoever. Looks like once the 42 was able to get past that 36, just like before, he's pretty much able to set sail. So 42 definitely has a car to compete. He came here to win. And you know what's the best feeling? I mean, yeah, he's perfect in the point standings. He knows that he's got a very, very good cushion to fall back on if he had to, but you don't want to have to do that. So if he can go ahead and get it done here tonight, you know, that could be worth it all. So if Michigan or Homestead or Martinsville don't go his way, he knows if he comes across that start finish first and grabs those checkers, he's going to Atlanta. So great job by the 42 to really get up front, keep it up front, keep it clean, no damage, hitting all his marks. He's doing a great job. And across the start stripe that time, it looks like we've got 7 laps remaining here in stage 2. It looks like the Aviator has just about 7 laps remaining in. I'm sorry, 2 or 3 laps remaining in the tank, but there were 7 laps to go. '18 of the one and only NNR Rowdy. Rowdy called the shot earlier on Twitter, said he's going to have a very, very fast car to compete right here at Road America. He didn't think he'd have a car to win. He thought he'd have a car to be in the top 5. And, I mean, right now he's running P4, just ahead of the 00 of Augustus and right behind the 48 of the Aviator. Aviator's got the 36 of Boehner right in front of him. So right now your top 5 is the 42 of CGMX Rose, 36 of Boehner, 48 of the Aviator, 18 of the Rowdy, of NNR Rowdy, the Rowdy, and then 00 of Augustus. Augustus having a great points night. Back to 35, Dan the Lawn Man. The 3 car JCX12 doesn't look like he's really got anybody immediately around here. It's a 24 of NNR Coey. Looks like he's got the 9 of a More Smoke, not too far off his back bumper, but it looks like Coey's going to be able to hold him off. Looks like the 9 has a little bit of hood damage again. Or that must have been somebody else, because I'm sorry, that's the 88 of Dohar behind him, not the 9. Just the colors kind of threw me off a little bit. There's the 9 of a More Smoke going across the start stripe. As we should start to see a few people head down pit road here. We come back, and there's a 2 car of Stout Whiskey rocking those Miller Lite colors tonight. Looks like a pretty nice looking machine there. 22 a J-Pot, really nobody around him, able to just run his line, hit his marks, get to his braking points, get back on gas, come off the corner under the Briggs and Stratton sign. So if I'm not mistaken, that's right in the middle of the track. Master Killer, good to see you, sir. No picks tonight, Master Killer. We're not doing the money tonight, but we will be. We'll have that money back on track for you next Thursday night, when these guys head to Michigan. And I tell you, we had a nice little addition to it. Instead of next week only being for $55, it's actually going to be for like 65 or 70. So there's nothing on the line tonight except for the pride of these drivers to try to go ahead and get it done. Here we see the 88 of Dohar just now coming off pit road. Nobody anywhere near him, so he's able to merge on seamlessly. Master Killer, no picks tonight, sir. There's a 42 of Rose coming down pit road, so that's going to hand the lead over to the 36 of Boehner, who is not pit yet. But as I look on with the 48 of the Aviator, he should have one more. He's got one more lap left in the tank, as they both go by the turned around car of the 95 of Jose 720. I would imagine that both of these guys right here, the 48 and the 36, will come down pit road this time by. Here's the 18 of Rowdy pulling his car into the pit stall. Now I'm kind of curious. I'm still seeing the 42 on pit road. Okay, there he goes. He's pulling out right now. Okay, I thought maybe something happened with the 42. Maybe he lagged out. JCX12 getting his service. Here's the 24 Coey getting his service. There's the 9 of a More Smoke. 2-car Stout Whiskey. He's already been on pit road and just now leaving. '22 at J-Paw with the I believe that's going to be the 42. Yep, that's the 42 of Rose, kind of flying up and getting it going. Can y'all hear me out there in chat? All right, so as we see now, our leaders, the 36 of Boehner, 48 of the Aviator, they're taking their cars down pit road. Looks like after pits, they'll have 5 laps remaining in stage 2, and they'll have about 6 laps in the they'll have about 6 laps in the tank. Here's the 35 of Dan the Lawn Man. Right with the 95, I believe that is. JCX12, a little bit of a scare right there coming off the corner. Looked like he was pretty loose. Really rocking that thing and hustling it all the way around that corner. Again, 24 of Coey doing the same thing. And that 24 looks bad fast tonight. He's got that 24 City Chevrolet looking very, very healthy. Looks like he's really able to hustle that car anywhere he wants it to go, keeping it really clean. I don't see a hint of damage on this car anywhere. So Coey definitely, he's got a great handling car. At some point, hopefully either the 48 of the Aviator or the 36 of Boehner will show me a little bit of a running order. I'm actually going to switch back to Boehner's stream, see if I get a hint of our top 5. All right, there we go. So it looks like our top 5 right now is CGMX Rose in that 42 in first, Boehner in the 36 in second, Aviator in third, Rowdy in fourth, and Dan the Lawn Man, he's rocking out that top 5. Just like Mid-Ohio, where he was able to come across that line in third. Back to the 9 of a More Smoke. Dohar now on pit road. He's actually the last one to pit of everybody out there. I think Dohar was about the only one that was a lap down at the end of last stage, so he should have got that free pass and was able to come back around. But here we are, back with the 42, your current leader, coming into this very, very sharp right-hand turn through these little bit of S's over this corner, and man, it looks like he's able to hustle that car around just as well. Last turn, going up this very short hill, coming to going to the start stripe. So this should bring us to about 4 laps to go. Nope, no giveaway this week, Master Killer. It's all that'll all come back next week, and next week should be for like 65 or $75, somewhere right around there. But next week at Michigan, that is going to make it even all the more worth it. 42 of CGMX Rose seems like he's pretty much got a nice little gap back to the 36 of Boehner, and then the 48 is just even a little bit further back. But Rose absolutely gapping the rest of the field. Riding on board the hood view, the 18 of Rowdy. Looks like he's catching up to the back end of Dohar here pretty soon. Big Cheese 88, how are you, sir? Welcome to the NNR Cup Series, live from Road America. How you doing? please, if you're new to NNR, this is your first race. Don't forget, go on up, slam that follow button. Make sure you keep the notifications on. If you can, subscribe. I'd absolutely appreciate it. Don't forget, if you've got Amazon Prime and Twitch, if you merge the two accounts together, you get one free subscription a month. What a subscription allows you to do is when you come to my stream or anybody else's stream on Twitch, almost automatically, right away, you're greeted by a commercial. Well, if you sub to a channel, you don't have to watch commercials, whether it's at the start or during a stream or whatever. Yeah, there's no commercials. Miss Murdermans, yeah, your boyfriend's doing pretty well. Rowdy's definitely looks like he's got a pretty fast car. He's running right now in 4th position, right ahead of the 35, and right behind the 48. Thank you. Matchkill saying the stream is a little weird. Not quite sure why or what. Looks like I'm waving at the camera right now. Looks like it's right on point. Let's see something. If I move that over. Okay, so yeah, it looks there's just a little bit more of a delay in what y'all are watching versus when I'm actually calling it. Not quite sure why that is, but that's all right. Gonna keep on going through. 3 JCX12. It looks like he's got a little bit of a pretty healthy gap. Although it looks like the 00 and the 24 are coming in a hurry, and they're looking to swallow up that 3-car JCX12 here pretty quick. Looks like the 00 is going to be able to get on by. 24 of Coe might try to outbrake this 3-car going into the next corner. We'll have to see. JC was definitely showing to be a little loose earlier, so it looks like he's just going to let these guys go. There's the 88 of Dohar spun out, gone into that corner. So definitely not the night Dohar was looking for or needed. Very, very unfortunate. Here's the onboard with the 24 Coe. Dohar right now is second to last, I want to say. No, he's actually got a couple people behind him. So he's only, I don't think Ingall's in the 11 is here tonight. Stout Whiskey is definitely here. Dohar is here. Definitely seems like Dohar's going to lose a few more points, but nobody's going to lose more points than the 11 of Ingall's. .42 still has a pretty commanding lead. Watching from Boehner's stream, Rose has a good 3 seconds on Boehner. And then you've got the Aviator in 3rd, Rowdy in 4th, and again, the 35 of Dan the Lawnman, again having a great race, rocking out your top 5. Next time Boehner or the Aviator go on by the start stripe, I'll go ahead and grab us a lap count. Coe slightly off track, but able to keep it out of the sand trap. So really no big loss in time, but still that 24 car is clean and green. No real issues. He's got to be right around 6th or 7th, I'd say. He's been hustling that car all race long. Great job by Coe. 9 of them more smoke again. There's a 22 with J-Pod. Unfortunately, J-Pod looks like he's got some damage to the front end of that car. J-Pod was complaining of some wheel issues last week. Hopefully, he was able to get them sorted out. And as I work back up to the 42 of Rose, it looks like that is going to be the end of stage 2. So Rose was able to get stage 2 max points as well with Boehner, Aviator, Rowdy, and the 35 of Dan the Lawn Man to round out your top 5. Before I showed you how to follow NNR, let's go ahead and show you about that car we're trying to give away. Check this out.
Hey NNR fans, get your hands on this Lowe's Motor Speedway 50th anniversary diecast that's signed by track owner Bruton Smith by watching repeats broadcast on Twitch. If we get over 50 live viewers on any stream, the diecast will be unlocked. The winner will then be determined by a trivia question selected by repeats. First to answer adds this sweet ride to their collection. Thanks for being the best fans around.
All right, as always, no lapse in what we in covering the track or the action on the track, I should say. It's going to be the 42 and the 36 to take us back to the green. 48 and the 18 with the 35 and Dan the Lawman still rounding out your top 5. A little bit of a shove there from the 48 to the 36's back bumper. That's going to allow the 18 of Rowdy to move up one spot, getting deep into this corner. A little bit of a battle between the 18 and the 36. That pushed the 36 off track and moved Rowdy up to P2. Rowdy called the shot, said he'd have a good top 5 car, and so far he's right where he said he was going to be. He didn't think he'd have a car to win, but he said he's got a great top 5 car. So next time by, I'll be sure again to see exactly how many laps make up stage 3. Boehner's definitely going to be driving with a little bit more drive, a little bit more oomph to his pedals and that wheel right now. I'm sure that he didn't exactly appreciate that contact between himself and the 18 going into turn 1. Master Killer, no, unfortunately HD was not able to make it tonight. He had some stuff to do or take care of with with his iRacing guys, so unfortunately we're missing him tonight, but he should be back with us next week when we head to Michigan. Definitely look forward to it. And after that, again, it's Michigan, Homestead, Miami, then it's Martinsville, and then on to Atlanta Motor Speedway. Excuse me. There we go. There's looking at your top 4 again. It's the 42 of CGMX Rose, the 48 of the Aviator, 18 of Rowdy, 35 of Dan the Lawnman, 36 of Boehner. 36 of Boehner able to outbreak the 35 going into that corner, and he absolutely just took that position. Great driving by Boehner right there. Good job. Riding along here for the last little bit with the double O of Augustus. Behind him, we saw a little bit of a battle right there between the 9 of a More Smoke and the 24 of Coey. Oh, Coey off in the... I wish they'd give us back that camera to where I can move around. And it looks like I lost connection to the server. That is awesome. Hopefully, I've got this this last invite. Please be there. No, it's not. So, let's go ahead and pick up. Ah, man, that's very, very unfortunate. And they've already passed their stage, so I won't be able to get another invite back. So I'll tell you what. Let's show you some action between the 48 and the 36 of Boehner. Give me 1 second. I'll get that prepared for us. All right. Should have this set. Thanks for being patient. Unfortunately, had a little bit of an issue there, but we're gonna ride along between the 48 and the 18. Let me make sure that the game volume is up on both of these guys before I switch it. All right. So yeah, let's go ahead and switch this right now. Here we go. Right now, riding along with the third place car of the 36 of Boehner, actually looking ahead at the 48 of the Aviator. As you can tell, your top five right now is NNR Rowdy, Aviator, Boehner, CGMX Rose, and Dan the Lawnman. Have to kind of keep up with these guys this way. Not 100% sure if you are getting, although looks like, let me go ahead and mute that. Don't need, looks like that audio is probably going to drive you nuts. All right, hopefully you're getting some audio out of this. A little bit of contact there between the 36 and the 48. That's probably going to push that 48 just a little bit back. We're going to kind of switch cameras here. This is pretty good. I actually think this is all right, being able to switch between these guys right here, right then and now. But yeah, unfortunately, lost connection there, and really nobody to kind of keep this going. Or nobody, I'm sorry, nobody has sent me an invite back into it all. I don't know if you guys are getting any game audio, unfortunately. Hopefully you are. The game audio on both streams is turned up all the way. Again, Boehner sitting right there in second place, 48 of the Aviator, right behind him. You'll be from here. You'll be able to kind of keep up and see where these guys are at. See how many laps they've got left on fuel, which it seems like it's right around 3. We'll be able to grab a lap count next time by as well. Ferret Man, how you doing? Yeah, I do have iRacing. It's just the last time I was racing, there weren't very many NNR guys on there as of yet, but that has recently exploded. I know that there are quite a few on there now, as we see a little bit of a battle right in front of the 48 of the Aviator between Rowdy and Boehner. Looks like Rowdy was able to take the lead, which means more than likely that the 42 of CGMX Rose has taken our down pit road. So now first and second are also the streams that I've got up and running. It's the 48 of the Aviator and the 36 of Boehner. Behind the 48 should still be the 18. I'm actually going to switch on over to Boehner's stream, see if he gives me a little bit more insight here as far as the top 5 goes. Okay, so yeah, your top 5 right now is Aviator in that 48, Boehner in second, Rowdy in third, CGMX Rose, and then Dan the Lawn Man to make up your top 5. Again, the two streamers I've got left are the 36 of Boehner and the 48 of the Aviator. Boehner really trying to outbreak the 48 right there. Did a great job, really able to keep up with him coming off the corner. No, unfortunately, Fairman, I can't. I can't join back through the Xbox menu because it's not a public race. So I'd have to have an invite back. It would absolutely be nice if I could, but yeah, unfortunately I can't. Still, kind of keeping track of these guys. Next time by, we'll go ahead and see what kind of laps we got left. Behind Boehner, a little bit of a challenge here. Looks like Boehner was able to really get a draft off that 48, really sending it into the corner. That's more than likely going to allow the 48 to be able to turn underneath him and retake that spot. Great job, great heads-up driving by the 48 as they go side by side into that last corner. Boehner's going to go ahead and check up, let that 48 get right back on by him, and be able to retake that lead, but a masterful job again by that 36 and near. They're going to be able to come off that corner side by side. 48 is going to be able to get that advantage going into this very, very elongated carousel. Still side by side, 36 to the outside, 48 to the inside, coming off the corner. Great racing between these two. A lot of respect. So as you can see, off off of the back bumper of Boehner is the 42 of CGMX Rose. Really didn't lose too much time. I'm guessing Rose has already gone down pit road. As you can see with Boehner's stream here, he's got to come down for fuel here pretty soon, which means the 48 is in the same boat. I wouldn't be surprised to actually see these guys head off. Here we go, heading off in the pit road right now, and that is absolutely going to give the 42 a monstrous lead when he comes off. He's been there on new tires, and it doesn't take 2 minutes to get down this pit road, to get in, get your adjustments in, switch up your tires, fill it up on fuel, and get back out. So the fact that Rose was right there with him, or with these guys, that says a lot about the car that Rose has under him this week. As you're looking at their his information, he's running 40 tape, 50 wedge. He's taking 2 cans, 4 tires. His tires are pretty, as far as air pressure goes, looks like they're matched. The front and the rears are right on par with both. But Both are going to be able to come on out same way that they went in. Actually, looks like Banner was able to make up a little bit of time. So that's going to, with that all shuffling through, that's going to put the 22 J-Pa currently in the lead, but I don't think he has pit yet. Or if he did pit, it was maybe just took right sides and fuel or something. I'm not quite sure. I don't think he's pit. He'll probably come down pit road this time. So let's go ahead and switch up this stream back to the 48's bumper since we're watching Boehner here in the lead. We'll have to see if the 48 is able to do the same kind of trickery or moves that the 36 put on him when he was able to get past that 48. Seems like the 36 definitely has a great long run car. Definitely appreciate all those that are kind of still sticking it out with me. And all right, sorry about that, Fairman. Definitely want to thank all y'all that are still sticking it out with me to keep these guys up with us. I don't see anything in my menu that is prohibiting the game volume. But yeah, thank you guys very much for hanging with me and keeping company. Looks like after their pit stop, it looks like at least the 48 has about 6 laps of fuel left in the tank. It looks like he has been able to gain on the 36 there just a little bit. So we should see a little bit of a battle maybe right here coming into the corner, the last corner before working their way down towards towards the flag stand, start stripe. And as they come across this time, it looks like they've got 18 laps remaining here in the race. So 18 more laps. You figure about 2 minutes 30 seconds, give or take, per lap. These guys are pretty quick, pretty they know where their points are by now. When I say points, of course, they're brake points, they're gas points, and whatever else. Still back there in third place. You can still see every now and then that 18 Snickers machine of Rowdy get pretty close to the back bumper of the 48 of the Aviator, but just not quite able to do anything with. They're both still trying to chase down that 36 of Boehner. Now, if Boehner is able to lock down this win tonight, he he'll be the first one to lock his way into the top 4. And I tell you, I mean, right now he's doing pretty well as far as the points and all that go. Boehner's doing a great job. I think he was sitting like 5th. So if he's able to clock this win and he's able to advance, he's gonna add his name to the other powerhouses here in the NNR Cup Series. The Aviators, the Roses, the Stout Whiskeys, the More Smoke and Rowdy. I mean, there's just so many great talents here in NNR, and after tonight we've got 4 more races left. We've got Michigan next week, then we've got Homestead, Miami, then we've got the paperclip of Martinsville, and then finally we're going to wrap it all up with our championship race at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So these guys are doing a phenomenal job. Still keeping up here with the 48. As you can see, the 36 of Boehner, the other streamer that I've got, he's up in P1, really able to keep his distance between himself and the 48 of the Aviator, who I'm riding along with right now, that Ally machine. Behind him, you got the 18 car of Rowdy, I believe. Actually, I'm going to switch streams here back over to Boehner, see if he's got his top 5 up for me. Let's see. Yes, he does. It's actually showing Boehner, Aviator, CGMX Rose in P3, Rowdy in P4, and Dan the Lawn Man in P5. So your top 5 is up right now. Boehner really, really wide off that corner. But the 48, the Aviator, not close enough to him to really be able to make any kind of headway or make any kind of gains off of Boehner getting into that corner just a little hot. Going to switch on back over again to the 48 of the Aviator. Here we are. As he comes across the start stripe right there, he's got 16 laps to go. 3 laps of fuel in the tank. These guys are getting about 6 or 7 laps per pit stop, or after they come on back out. For those that are just joining, for those that are kind of hanging along or riding along with me, unfortunately I lost connection to the server, so the only stream I've got right now to bring you is the stream of the Aviator, which right now is running P2, and the 36 of Boehner. A little bit of a challenge right here by CGMX Rose going into this last corner. Looks like Aviator's really able to cut under, get back on the the brake and back on the gas, able to get that 42 of Rose behind him. He knows that if Rose gets ahead of him, he might be able to run down that 36 and bring him back to him. But Aviator doesn't want to give up those points either. A little bit of a shot to the bumper there from the 42, looking in his rear view mirror. Rose now is all over the back bumper of this Ally machine, going through this carousel. Rose either really trying to push the Aviator along on these faster parts of the track, or trying to give him a little bit of a shove, say, hey man, I'm faster than you, let me on by, I need to go. But I don't see Aviator giving that spot up. All these points, they absolutely matter as we're getting further and further into the chase. Again, I keep going back to the way Aviator won his championship last year. He needed to get it done. I've been saying Talladega, but it was actually Kansas. He needed to get it done. He was extremely low on points, able to get it done at Kansas with the win, notched himself into that Final Four, able to get it done at Homestead, Miami. He went on to win the championship, and ever since then, he has been up on the wheel, keeping it smooth, keeping that car clean, keeping it green. A little bit of a battle here from the 42. He's not going to really just let him take that, but still see the 42 to his inside just a little bit. 42 should have the line here going into the corner and off. They're both side by side, but unfortunately I can't switch the camera when I'm just following the stream. But all this battling between the 48 and the 42 is allowing that 36 of Boehner to get further and further away. Aviator really just needs to let him go if they either one of them wants any kind of a shot at catching that 36. Now you see the 42 on the inside of the 48. Whole lot of door contact right there between these two. A lot of respect between these two drivers. 48 is going to have the advantage getting into the corner. A little bit of grass there. That's going to slow up that 48. 42 is going to be able to try to work his way on by. Oh, 48 cooked it into that corner. That's going to allow the 42 to get going and pushes the 48 back to P3. So right now you got the 36 of Boehner, 42 CGMX Rose in P3. In P4, we're going to go on back to Boehner's stream, where more than likely it's going to say, yep, you got the 18 of Rowdy and the 00 of Augustus to round out your top 5. So your top 5, Boehner P1, Rose P2, Aviator P3, Rowdy in P4, and Augustus in P5. So kind of a good thing that when the with the stream dying, at least we've got good cars to keep up in the top 5 with. As you can see right now, though, Boehner's fuel light has come on. He's definitely going to want to take it on down pit road very soon. My guess is going to be next lap by. I'm going to switch it on back to the 48 stream. More than likely, yep, that's going to take us to 14 laps to go. One more time by, they should be able to, pending on saving a little bit of gas, be able to make it on through with one more pit stop. So again, these guys doing everything that they could possibly do to really try to track down that 36 of Boehner. But as of right now, he is absolutely checked out. Good tire wear on these guys, as you can see. Aviator's got 63 and 47 on his rights, 39 on his lefts. Not sure if Rose has fresher tires. That's how he was able to come and get on by. But Rose has absolutely had a strong car all night long. And you can bet that before this is all said and done, he's going to do everything that he possibly can to try to catch up to that 36 of Boehner and push him back to P2. Boehner is a formidable driver here in this Cup Series. He's leading the points in the Xfinity Series, been great since joining NNR, and has really come on here out of the last 5 to 10 races. Going to take a quick beverage stop. Bear with me 1 second, please. All right, I'm back again. I want to thank everybody that's kind of still hanging out with me, keeping an eye on these guys. Since Boehner's in the lead and we saw Rose really gaining on him. Okay, well, yeah, here we go. Now, as you can see, there's 14 laps remaining, and after they come out of the pits, they can only go 6 laps. This may be where those guys on the shifters are going to have a great advantage, because through some of these parts track, they'll really be able to jam it into neutral and get that clutch in and be able to save just a bit. Like I was talking about Doha earlier and a couple others. So we'll have to see how this works out for the 36. For now, I'm going to go back to the 48. Looks like he's still on track. Nope, he's actually pulling into his pit stop right with the 36. He's going to actually pull right in front of him. I saw the 42 of CGMX Rose on pit road. Yep, he's actually right in front of this 48. So Rose should come out just ahead of him, and ahead of both of them is going to be that 36. Now, it looks like Rose definitely got a great shot into the pits. I'm going to pull up the stream of Boehner again just to show you how close the 42 is. So let's see, there's no time behind. Stand by 1 sec. There we go. All right, so yeah, looks like right now Rowdy is your leader. He has not pit yet. So once Rowdy pits, that is going. Ooh, and you know what? This could be a big thing for Rowdy. I just mentioned that these guys are going to have to pit one more time. If Rowdy's able to save a little bit of fuel, we might be talking to Rowdy here when it's all said and done. Depends if he's able to save just one lap of fuel. You see him up there in the lead. Boehner right there in P2, Rose P3, Aviator P4, and Augustus in P5. Now, when Boehner went down pit road, it said that there was 14 laps of racing left and only 6 laps to a tank of fuel. So we're really going to have to see what kind of strategy Rowdy's going to be able to pull here. But I'm going to guess that he's saving just a little bit more. Man, if Rowdy's able to pull this off, that's going to be a phenomenal feat for him, knowing that he he doesn't have to worry about these next 3 races after tonight. He can head into Michigan and Homestead and Martinsville, knowing that when we get to Atlanta, he is in the chase. And it looks like off of Boehner's stream still, Rowdy is still out in front of him. He is still not yet pit. Nope. Okay, so yeah, Rowdy is now on pit road, and with 12 laps to go, he should only have to pit one more time, where these guys are going to have to go down for a splash and go. I don't think they're going to be able to save 2 full laps of fuel, no matter how much he tries to save. I mean, you could see he's really making that tack jump on the right-hand side. He's able to pick the lead back up once Rowdy went into the pits. We'll have to see if you really see that tack on this 36 car drop down to almost nothing. And he's trying to save some fuel. I don't see it as of yet. It looks like he's still on the brakes, still on the gas. He doesn't look like he's really trying to save anything. He's just trying to keep position ahead of this 42 car of CGMX Rose, which you can see right very, very clear in his rear view mirror. The last they were in this position, I really think Rose kind of worried that 36 and made him make a mistake. He went into one of those corners way too hot, forced him off track, and Rose was able to get the lead, get on by, and he had clear sailing after that. So we'll have to see if second verse is same as the first. I don't know, though. Boehner right now in P1, Rose P2, Aviator in that 48 P3, Rowdy now back to P4, Augustus is in P5, but Rowdy just came out of the pits and he will be able to go 2 more laps than these other guys. So he's got I really think Rowdy's going to be able to get this done. Just kind of keeping an eye on these two. I will very soon work my way on back to the 48 of the Aviator. Just kind of keeping an eye on the battle here between the 36 and the 42. All the action is in the 36's rear view as they come to 11 laps remaining here in the final stage. Again, I apologize. I want to thank y'all that are sticking it out with me. Unfortunately, lost connection to the server. It kicked me from the race. I didn't have any remaining invites to get back in to call the rest, so I did the best I could catching up with the streams from the one and only Aviator and Boehner. I apologize that you can't hear the game audio. Not quite sure why. That is something that I'll have to work on at some point, because it's definitely very unfortunate. That 42 still seems like he's able to get into the corners a little bit better than the 36 of Boehner, really able to catch on. While there's a little bit of a gap between the two, I'm going to go ahead and check back in with 48 of the Aviator, see where he sits. He's got 4 laps remaining in the tank. Doesn't really seem like he's trying to clutch it at all. He's sitting in P3. Tires all the way around look pretty good, but unless somebody's able to save some fuel in this top 3 or top 5, I have a feeling Rowdy is going to go on, take the win, and he's going to be the first one to lock himself into that championship race at Atlanta Motor Speedway in just 4 very, very short weeks. All right, so we caught up with the Aviator to see what he's got in the tank and whatnot. So we're going to go on back to Boehner now. Boehner just now working his way up that hill, coming to the start stripe. You should see the lap count on the right side. There you go. 10 laps remaining. Rose just a mere 10th behind this 36, really kind of pushing him into this corner all the way off. Rose all over the back bumper of this 36, really pushing him just a little bit. I think Boehner learned from what happened earlier, where he let Rose kind of worry him into that corner, and Boehner made a mistake. Not this time. down this very, very long straight. Boehner should have the preferred line getting into the corner. Rose kind of pinching him down just a little bit, a little loose off the corner, pulling back in front of the 42. Now they're side by side. Boehner again is going to have the preferred line going into turn 3. Again, getting into this very, very short right-hander down this pretty long bit of a backstretch. Last little sharp left-hander under the Speedville Bridge before we get to this fast part of the track. 42 still looking in lurking, I should say, in Boehner's rear view mirror down the old Henry Rifle Bridge. That's actually a rifle I'd love to get at some point. If y'all ever get the chance, go and take a look at the Winchester movie. It's actually actually a pretty good watch. Again, I want to thank those that just joined and those that have been with me for the entire race. Unfortunately, I lost connection to the server just after the start of stage 3, so I've just been bounced back and forth between the stream of the 36 of Boehner and the 48 of the Aviator. Boehner right now is in P1, got CGMX Rose right behind him, Aviator in P3, Rowdy in P4, and Augustus rounding out your top 5. However, with 9 laps remaining, these guys are going to be pitting here in the next 2 or 3 laps. But Rowdy is going to have it up, I think, on everybody. Rowdy pit exactly with 12 to go, and they're only able to go about 6 laps on fuel from what their tank says. Now, what their screen said, their menu. But you think about it too. There is some time on the brake, slowing it down, maybe. Checking up just a little, or backing up your corner just a little bit, letting it coast a little bit more. They all see the strategy that Rowdy is taking as a little bit of contact there again between the 42 and the 36. 42 checked up. He did not want to take the lead that way, so he let him go on by. Fuel light for Boehner just came on, which means more than likely he's probably only got about 2 laps of fuel left. I'm going to switch back over to the stream of the 48. His fuel light came on as well, so he's got 2 laps left. So I really think that the 48, 36, and the 42 are probably going to be about 2 laps shy of being able to make it all the way, and that is, of course, going to set up the 18 of Rowdy pretty well. But again, we'll have to see. Rowdy went an extra lap or 2 where these guys weren't able to do that. All right, let's go on back to the 36 of Boehner. Check back in with that battle between him and the 42 of CGMX Rose right behind him. Boehner looks like he's going to take it 1 more lap and then bring it on in. This is going to be an interesting lap count right here because he's going to have to take it in next time by. And so Boehner is going to take it in next time by. 8 laps to go. They can only go 6 laps on a tank of fuel. He's not going to be able to save 2 laps. So more than likely, these guys are all in team comms already congratulating the 18 of Rowdy on this win because he can go 2 laps further than the rest of the field. Still see the 42 of CGMX Rose all over the back bumper of the 36. Coming up again under this Corvette bridge into this next left-hander. Again, there's a total of 11 turns all the way around this very, very long road course known as Road America 42, applying all kinds of pressure here to the back bumper of the 36 of Boehner. Boehner has not allowed him to rattle him, not like in the last time Boehner was in the lead, and the 42 of CGMX Rose was trying to get to make him make a mistake. There we go. I get it out one of these days, but Rose still right behind him, really not applying any pushing going into the corner, really just trying to maybe outbrake him. Very, very fast part of the corner, cutting a little bit of the grass. That's going to allow the 42 of CJMX Rose to really get a great run and pass Boehner going into this right-hander coming up. Unfortunately, he looks like he tried to cut a little bit too much of that grass to keep the momentum of his car going, and Rose was more on the road, able to get it on by. Here he still trying to outbrake this 42, going to go up this hill. More than likely, these two will be taking it into the pit road this time by. And as we check back in with the 48 of the Aviator, more than likely he's going to be taking it on pit road as well. And that's going to hand the lead over to the 18 of Rowdy right behind him. 1 second, guys. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I got a unexpected surprise. My wife and best friend walked into the room behind me with birthday cake. Birthday's tomorrow for anybody that's still out there. But yeah, gonna keep an eye on this 48 now that he's come off road. I know that right now Rowdy is still in the lead. I'm going to go back to Boehner's stream, and it should show me Rowdy up front. Yep, Rowdy up front, CGMX Rose P2, Aviator in third, Boehner in fourth, and Dan the Lawn Man fifth, Augustus in sixth. Once Rowdy pits here, that's pretty much going to be it for everybody else. They will racing for second. I'm not quite sure how that 18 was able to save an extra 2 laps of fuel. That is some great fuel management. I know the guys on a controller. I don't think Rowdy has a wheel. I could be wrong. There's some people that have switched over their equipment to really try to up their game here in this NNR community. So good job by Rowdy. I mean, again, once he pits, it's going to hand the lead back over to CGMX Rose. Rose is not going to be able to save 2 laps of fuel no matter what he tries to do. Same thing with everybody else. They will have to pit. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's not going to be time to back up their corner or do whatever. If they try to extend, they will run out of gas, and that's going to be all there is to it. But right, Boehner back in fourth, Aviator in third, Rose in second. I'm actually going to pull back up the stream of the Aviator to kind of keep an eye on where he is compared to the rest. Again, in third, Rose is up there. He's gone. I'm guessing there was some kind of an issue between the 48 and the 36 as the 18 of Rowdy went down pit road that time. Exactly 6 laps remaining. So again, that gives the back to the 42 of Rose. Aviator second or third. Rowdy is he's gonna come back in probably fourth or fifth, and then when these guys pit, it's gonna be all Rowdy. There's no doubt in mind at all about that, and I think what you're just seeing there on Aviator's menu was seeing exactly where Rowdy was going to come out. Rowdy came back out in fourth, so. Whether these guys go down pit road, just take a splash of gas, or what, they're not gonna be able to keep him too far back. Just the travel time down pit road is more than 20 seconds plus your stop and all that. You're gonna need to at least take 2 tires. Rowdy should have this in the bag. He's as you can see in the top left-hand corner, Boehner has 5 laps of fuel. Let's go on back to the 36 of Boehner, see where he sets right now. He's got a little bit of a battle right now with the 42. Like the 48 might be trying to save just a little bit, but I think it's going to be way, way, way too late. The more he drops further and further back, he's just giving up time. And as you can see, that distance between Boehner and the Aviator is just growing and growing. Rose is not going to have enough gas. Boehner's not going to have, neither is the Aviator. The only chance that these guys have is if something happens and a caution comes out, which NR is not known for their cautions. They are very well known for their very, very long green flag runs, taking it all the way to the house as Boehner comes across the start stripe this time. 5 laps remaining. He's got 4 laps in the tank. Not only 4 laps, plus you've got your white flag lap. So Boehner's not going to have enough to tank. I'm actually going to go back to the stream of the 48 to see where he's at, where he's trying to save. I mean, right now you can see his tack on the bottom right-hand side of the screen. He is all the way on it, really trying to save as much as he can. But again, you can't save 2 laps. It's not going to happen. I could be talking myself into a hole. I might have to eat crow when it's all said and done, but I don't think so. I don't think he's going to have enough. Little swig here, some Mountain Dew. Keeping up still with this 48-36. The 42 of CGMX Rose is all the way out. Now, if anybody has a chance at a pit for fuel only and coming back out somewhere close to where Rowdy is at that time, it might be the 42 of CGMX Rose. He might have enough of a gap on Rowdy to come out very, very close, and Rose has a very fast car. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works out. But unfortunately, I won't be able to bring that to you live because lost connection to the server, unfortunately. Go ahead and check back in with Boehner's up there in P2. There you do see a car in his. That actually is the 42. So Rose must know that he's not going to be able to. He's not going to be able to make it. I think he might have tried backing it down just a little bit. When Boehner comes by the line this time, it's going to set 4 laps to go, and he's got 3 laps of fuel in the tank. But as you can see on the right-hand side, he's absolutely got that tack all the way down, trying to save as much fuel as he can. But again, I don't think he can save a full lap. He's done a pretty good job up to now saving. Originally, he was going to have to save 2 laps. If he's got that down to 1, that's some pretty good fuel management. But unfortunately, I don't think he's going to make it around. Same thing as Rose. I don't think Rose will make it around. There you see he's dropping that tack and all the way down, just really, really coasting into this corner. As you can see, when he gets back on the gas, the back end wants to break loose quite a bit into this very, very hard left-hand turn. Looks like he's starting to reel Rowdy in just a little bit. But now the more Rose, the more Rose back up, the more he's backing into the 18 of Rowdy, and Rowdy can make it all the way. I don't think any of these other guys can do it. Rowdy can go the full distance. He doesn't have to save. He doesn't have to do anything. In fact, let's go back to the 48, because more than likely Rowdy should be catching up here if he hasn't already been passed. I'm not quite sure which car that is in front of him. It's not Rowdy, I can tell you that. Rowdy is a mostly white Snickers machine tonight. So right now, right now, the Aviator's saying that he has 4 laps, and we know that he had 4 to go last time. So he might have saved enough fuel now, but he's let the 18 of Rowdy on by. So he might be good. And just as he went backhammer down, it went back to 3 to go. So Aviator is very, very close on, he's on the fence as to whether he's going to be able to make it or not. Let's go check back in with Boehner to see where he is. 3 laps remaining. 3 laps in the tank. Rowdy has got to be somewhere close. Unfortunately, not quite sure. But man, this is going to be wild to see if these guys are able to make it. I mean, right now their beds are made. They're out there. They're in it for the long run. He doesn't have the menu up to show me where these other guys are right now. Hopefully he switches back through for me. Definitely see where the 42 of CGMX Rose is kind of little loose as well when he's trying to save gas, and right where he gets back on, throws it back in gear, the rear end's really fishtailing quite a bit. Now here's the battle for the lead between the 42 of CGMX Rose and the 36 of Boehner. 36 of Boehner is going to pull the side, get on by that 42. Rose must know that he cannot make it on fuel. He's going to have to pit more than likely this time by. We'll have to see. But this is going to throw off the running order completely, because if Rose is backing off, giving the lead to the 36, he knows that the 18 of Rowdy cannot be far behind. Rowdy has enough to make it all the way and does not have to save a drop. I don't think Boehner can make these next 2 laps, although, again, you see his tack on the bottom right-hand side. He is all the way down. And then once he throws it back in gear, he's getting kind of loose. That allows the 42 of Rose to catch back up just a little bit. There's his fuel light on already. Fuel light on means he can only go just a little bit longer. I don't think he can make 2 more laps. Here he is going by the start stripe right now. And when he's going to have to pit when he comes on by now. I have no doubt in my mind. Let's see. Lap count says 2 laps to go. He might. Oh man, that's going to. If he runs out, he might actually be right at or coming to the last lap. There goes the 42 of Rose right back on by. So now we'll have to see if Rose thinks he has enough gas as he swings out just a little wide. A little bit of contact there between the 36 and the 42. 42, I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. Might have said, hey, yep, my turn. And he had to go. But as you can see, that tack again, dropping all the way down to about 2,000 RPM, working his car to this corner. You can see where he jams it in neutral. Rear end kind of fishtails just a little bit. Hard off the corner. Still has that 42 of Rose in his rear view. He's got the lead. I don't think he can keep it. I think he's going to have to pit or he's going to run out, which is going to allow 18 of Rowdy to really make some moves. We'll have to see if he takes it down pit road or risks running out. Let's go on back to the 48 of the Aviator, see where he's running right now. Looks like he's running in P5. He's showing 2 laps of fuel in the tank, so he's in the same position as Boehner, but looks like he might have been able to save just a little more. While Boehner has continued his battle for the lead, the 42 of while Boehner's continued his battle with the 42 CGMX Rose up front, the Aviator has dropped back, gave up a few positions to save on the gas. He's not jamming it through the corners like he was before. Definitely not hustling it around all the corners, hitting his marks. He's also throwing it down in second. I don't see him really saving that much anymore. But again, while these guys are out here saving, the 18 of Rowdy, he's got to be coming. So let's go back up with the 36 of Boehner, as it shows he's got 1 lap of fuel. Now this is going to be it right here. We'll have to see if he runs out or what happens. It's got to be close. I mean, he's still very, very steady through the gears. We'll have to see once that hits 0 if it sputters and he's able to coast. Now, again, coming to the start stripe, there's a hill. So if he sputters, or if he runs out, that hill is going to be problematic. He's not just going to be able to coast up. It will dramatically slow him down, and that's where either the 42 is going to be able to make up time or the 18 of Rowdy is going to be able to make up time. But Boehner is absolutely doing everything that he's got to try to do in order to take that 42 and 18 behind him. There it is. His gas light or his gas fuel, his fuel on the menu has just dropped to 0. So coming through this very long carousel, I have a feeling he's going to start sputtering very, very soon. This might be all it takes for the 42 or the 18 of Rowdy to get on by, trying to keep up as much momentum as he can. 42 is now in his rear view, really dogging him, getting into this corner. Rose has some fuel. Now his tire light's on. Rose on by, getting into this corner. A little bit of contact there with the 42 in the wall. That slowed up the 36 as well. Now, not 100% sure who's in second. If Rowdy's been able to make his way on by, Boehner is still fully under power. Looks like he's still under power coming to that hill, coming to the start-finish line. Now his tack is starting to fluctuate. Here comes the 42 of Rose up the hill. He's gone on by. And, all right, Boehner brought it home second, Rowdy in third, right behind him. So your top 10, Rose with that last dash of fuel to get on by Boehner when he started to sputter. Rowdy in third, Aviator fourth, Augustus in fifth, Stout Whiskey brings it home sixth, Dan the Lawn Man seventh, JCX 12 eighth, More Smoke ninth, and J-Paw bringing it home in a solid P10 spot. Congratulations, CGMX Rose. You led both of the stages, and you were able to get it done when it mattered with that last dash of fuel when Boehner started to sputter. All you guys out there that stuck with me after I lost connection to the server, I really want to thank you. I tried to do the best that I could with what I had. I definitely want to thank Boehner and Aviator for streaming tonight to allow me to still bring you some kind of content while these guys duked it out on track. I'm glad that the whole race wasn't like that, but overall pretty good as he went a little bit further down his finishing order. So I mentioned J-Pop finished 10th, Coe in 11th, and then Dohar in 12th, and Jose 720 rounding out rounding out the field and finishing in 13th. So, unfortunately, Ingalls in the 11 did not make the race tonight. He's going to take a big hit in the points. And then CGMX Rose, no matter what happens at Michigan or Homestead or Martinsville, he knows that he's in the championship race at Atlanta in just 4 short weeks. Again, I'm going to go ahead and kill that stream. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to take it back to the Xbox here. All right, just for a quick second.
Yeah. Well, I really didn't have any other choice. They were way faster, so as soon as I let Rose by for a third or fourth or whatever it was, I just started saving gas about 2 runs ago, and I just kept doing it, and then I was hoping they didn't catch on to my strategy like you did, but they did and started saving gas. But I'll take a third.
All right, let's try that again. Sorry about that. I was muted there, man. Not quite sure what happened, but so yeah, you were able to save enough gas to really put others in a hole. I think the Aviator was actually the first one to realize what you were doing and take it all the way. How were you able to save that gas? I apologize.
Uh, I just ran around in third gear for a while, third and fourth gear. And since I don't got shifter like these other two guys that finished in front of me, darn it. Um, so it was kind of harder without the shifter, so I couldn't just put it in neutral like them. So I was just hoping they ran out of gas about a half a track earlier so I can catch up to them. But yeah, all in all, it was a clean day. That's all I wanted is a top three, four finish and a clean day. So that's what I got.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely had a fast car. I saw you where you kind of called your shot on Twitter. You said you'd have a fast car, not necessarily a winning car, but definitely in the top five. Well, man, you called your shot and you got it done. Third in points. I mean, you're sitting pretty good heading to uh, the next few races. We've got Michigan next week, then Homestead, finally the paperclip, and then Atlanta Motor Speedway. Of these next three tracks before we get to Atlanta, which one do you think is going to be your strongest suit to possibly get it done and see you back in victory lane again?
Well, I used to be good at Martinsville until this year, so I'm gonna say Homestead because I'm not that good at Michigan. It's just Talladega 2.0. So I think Homestead, I think I can get it done there. I ran good there in the past races, so I should be able to get it done there.
Well, your NNR Nexus, old Dohar, he was able to get it done in the spring with a fantastic four wide finish between Rose JCX 12 and I think it was a more, if I'm not mistaken. So, man, if we could see another great finish like that, that would be phenomenal, and I definitely hope that you are a part of it. Great race tonight, Rowdy. Any shout outs, sir?
Uh, everybody, everybody that roots me on every week, they know who they are. uh, you and HD, of course, HD. I finished in the top three, and HD ain't here for once. Jeez.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that in the race tonight for sticking through it. It was tiring. So shout out to Banner, Aviator, and Rose especially for racing for the top spots, and good one, Rose. Darn it.
Well, I can tell you that Miss Murder Mittens that was out here in chat rooting you on again. So make sure you give her a big shout out as well.
Oh yeah, thank
Uh,
you, Miss.
all right, and then yeah, we'll move on to old Boehner. Boehner.
What's going on, Pete?
Man, I tell you, you had an extremely fast car. I saw you battling very, very hard with Rose. Saw a couple corners where you had some contact. But before we get into anything, man, I want to thank you very, very much for streaming. I actually lost connection to the server right after the start of stage three and was bouncing back and forth between the stream of you or Aviator to kind of keep us going, keep the action going. I couldn't, look behind or anything like that. It's just basically, going off of your stream and Aviator stream for the last half of the race. So thank you very much for allowing all of us to do that. But man, you had a fast car. You led some laps. You were challenging Rose for the lead. I saw you really start trying to save some fuel. When did you realize what Rowdy had done? About the same time as the Aviator, or was it a little bit later?
No, I knew coming into the race what the situation was going to be there in the third stage. So I had a plan. Um, just I can't really explain how difficult it is to gain 9 seconds, save almost the amount of fuel I had to save, and then come up that short is that one's a bummer. But I mean, when it comes to Rose and when it comes to Asbill and Xfinity, I mean, it just goes to show you, man, you almost got to be perfect, man. And Rose is smart enough that he wasn't sure how much he needed to save, but he just made sure he kept himself in, you know, uh, within a passing shot of me on that last lap. And I thought he blew it going into that heavy braking zone after the kink, and then it was just a matter of, do I have enough fuel? And I didn't think I did. I mean, in my situation, I have to make sure I'm in the lead there to have a shot to win. So I could only save enough to be in the lead where I was. And, I was afraid I was going to start running out of gas up the hill, and that's exactly what happened. And he was close enough that he got back by me. So congrats to him.
Yeah, like I said, I was only able to ride on board with you and the Aviator, and I absolutely saw what you were trying to do. I mean, on some of those longer parts of the track, especially in the middle of the track and on that backstretch, I saw you coasting like after about the 2/3 mark, and really jamming it back in gear right about the time you got into the corner, and then really trying to hustle off until you were able to throw it back in neutral again. And when it came to one to go, and I knew once you realized where you were, you had kind of made your bed, and you had to kind of just get the best possible finish you could. You were either going to race it out or you're going to run out of fuel. And during the stream, I hate to say that I called it, but I had a feeling you were going to run out right about where that hill comes up, and that wasn't going to help you. I mean, it's not like it's a downhill. That was going to absolutely take away some of the momentum that you had coming off that corner, and Rose was able to scoot on by. But man, you definitely had a rocket ship tonight. Master Killer's out there saying congrats. I'm sorry, Boehner. Boehner, man, you're right there. Keep your head up. Keep your head up high, man. So, Master Killer knows what you were trying to do, and it's definitely admirable. You have absolutely come on these last 10 plus races. You got a great stride. I mean, Rose led both seasons, and then of course got the win, but you were right there as well, so I know you're going to be able to make up a lot of points. Dude, don't be bummed. It's a hell of a finish at a very hard track. You got a lot of laps in this week, but man, congratulations.
Yeah, it was an amazing race. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not really, it's just right afterwards it sucks. But I'm sure I'm going to wake up tomorrow, and I can't think off the top of my head anything I could have done different other than not wreck myself coming onto pit road and giving myself 9 seconds of damage. But even then, I think Rose was smart enough to know that I probably knew what I needed to do at the end there, and he would have just stayed wherever I was. I think so. It was going to come down to how it came down the last lap. I think, despite of that, and at least I put him in a situation where he might make a mistake, thinking I was going to make it, which is what happened. But as it turns out, he recovered and still got back by me. So I feel like I did everything I could there.
Well, you came into tonight fourth in the overall championship points. You were exactly 7 points behind Amore. Amore finished behind you, so you definitely make up some points on him. Depending on how the stage is played out, you could be in position to actually take over third. We'll have to see. But man, congrats again. Any shout-outs?
Yeah, you guys. I mean, Rose for racing me on my bumper for I don't know what felt like an eternity, and I mean, even though there's contact, it's like that track is hard enough when you're just trying to make laps by yourself. The fact that he and I were racing so hard and so close for so long and didn't have an issue is a real testament to him. And not to kiss his ass, but that was the most fun I ever had racing on a road course and racing someone. So shout out to him and Rook Racing and you all for broadcasting. Appreciate it.
I appreciate the show that y'all put on. Congrats again, buddy. All right, Rose. CGMX Rose. Hashtag Grow with Rose. Hashtag Young Gun. What's happening?
Nothing. I'm a little happy now, but definitely
a
not
little
good.
happy. Rose, do you realize that no matter what
happened.
happens at Michigan, no matter what happens at Homestead or Martinsville, you're racing for a championship at Atlanta Motor Speedway in just very short weeks?
Yep. What was that?
What? What do you mean, what?
No, I said, what was that? I thought you were going to say something.
No, dude, you're on through. So whether you lag out or whether you get wrecked out or whatever over the next 3 weeks before we head to Atlanta, you're in there, man. You're in the points, and that's this win solidifies you. When we get to Atlanta, you're in there for a championship. So you should be a little bit more than a little happy right now. Tell us about that rocket ship that you had when you were able to pull away from the second and third place cars through stage 2 and taking both stage victories. I mean, you racked up some serious points tonight, sir.
Yeah, I knew I had a good car coming into today's race. I just had to make sure I didn't make any mistakes throughout the race, which I made a couple there towards the end, which thankfully didn't cost me. But I went into that last stage and I wasn't sure what to expect. I knew I had to save a lap of gas, and I hadn't tried it yet before, so I was so slow, and I let Boehner catch back up to me while I was saving gas, and I was just hoping that he couldn't make it, which is what happened. But yeah, happy to get through, not have to worry about any of these other tracks coming up, and just go to work on Atlanta soon and hopefully win the championship.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely going to be there. Now we watched you in the Pro League race earlier tonight. I'm really hoping that when NNR takes it there for all 3 series after Martinsville, that our race isn't going to be a whole bunch of bottom feeding. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to get the high line and the middle line in the mix. Of course, the low line will be there. But out of all the laps that you've turned already for your Pro League race tonight, do you think that NNR will see that same kind of racing, or do you think we'll be able to utilize all lanes?
I think it's probably going to be a lot of the same. It just depends on whether, people decide to race correctly and not block. And people just need to be patient and not just take every run, which is what causes people to run that weird line when everybody just wants to move up a position and not be patient. It kind of causes people to have to run that line because they don't want to get past.
Gotcha. Well, man, hell of a race tonight. You definitely had a very strong. You're getting better and better with that new equipment you've got. A lot of people were out there cheering you on, cheering Boehner on. Of course, Aviator was a favorite to win it all. He's been very good at the road courses this year as well. But man, you are through. When we get to Atlanta and all points don't matter, everybody's back on a clean slate. The top 4 that'll be going for a championship will have to worry about you. Most of all, you've had a very dominant season. Getting that W tonight means that no matter what, you'll be trying to hoist that trophy at Atlanta Motor Speedway in exactly 1 month's time. Congrats again, man. Any shout outs from you?
You for broadcasting this, everybody for keeping it green, especially Boehner. We had a hell of a battle that whole stage, and the first couple stages I had some battles with Aviator too, so it was a pretty good race. I enjoyed it.
Wow, just leave me out of this, huh? buy all those times?
Yeah, I gotta thank Poop for letting me buy too all those times.
Fry Dog, thank you very much for the birthday wish. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, tomorrow I turn the big old 45. Fry Dog, I know you're 1 day behind me, if I'm not mistaken. You're like the 27th, or today was your birthday, one of the two. So happy birthday to you as well, Fry Dog. But all right, guys. Well, that is going to be it for the NNR road course season. Anyway, this was the last road course of the 20 season for NNR. We saw all three series get it done this week. We saw Asbel take the win in the truck and Xfinity series. We saw Rose get it done tonight, so that's going to wrap that up. Don't forget, next week we will be at Michigan, where we're really going to try to get it done there. I mean, that's going to be some amazing racing. And yes, next week the money will be back in play. I'm thinking it's going to be like 70 or 75 bucks, if I'm not mistaken. I know when JPA added in his additional 5 to make it 55, Boehner reached out and said, you know what, Pete, add 10 to that. So yeah, at least 65 bucks, and yeah, that's going to be a hard one to pick. So by the end of stage 2 next Thursday night, get your picks in for who HT and I will be talking to in the booth, and hopefully we'll be calling out your name, and I'll be getting a hold of you with a bunch of codes. But until then, y'all have a great week. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll catch y'all somewhere around the track. Take care.